space. That is matter. That means we all are matter. Are we matter? Are we matter? Achyut, are we matter?
Yes.
Yes, we all are matter because we all have mass and anything occupies space. So, in physics, we have learned so many forces acting, pushing, pulling, all this. But now we are going to higher level. Mainly in universe, there are 4 fundamental forces in nature. In universe, 4 fundamental forces. So, first force, what we deal with is gravitational force. Okay. USB. No. Yeah. Oh, I had to. USB I opened where it was. Hello. I already opened and kept 1 minute. How to share this? This one. No. Where is my that? It's really confusing. Okay, children, can you see the board?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Because this WebEx. Okay. So we are coming to these fundamental forces in nature. So these are the 4 fundamental forces. So electromagnetism means electromagnetic force. Electromagnetism means electromagnetic force. Second one is weak interaction is weak nuclear force. So it is weak nuclear force, and strong interaction means strong nuclear force, and fourth one is gravitational force. So this gravitation, interaction, weak interaction, these all are phenomena. So what is given in the PowerPoint? Electromagnetism is the phenomena, weak interaction is the phenomena, strong interaction phenomenon, gravitation is the phenomenon. Now, when you talk about fundamental forces, all these phenomena we write it: electromagnetic force, weak nuclear force, strong nuclear force, gravitational force. Clear? So we are going to study one by one. What do you mean by gravitational force? Everyone knows. Correct? And all of you are thinking that gravitational force is the strongest force in the nature. No, it is not true. Correct? More than gravitational force, other forces are strong. So that is the new idea I am giving. Gravitational force is not the strongest force in nature. The strongest force in nature is strong nuclear force. The strongest force in nature is strong nuclear force. So we will study one by one. First, let us now go to the first one. Here we'll start with the easiest one, that is gravitational force. This is already we learned in 9th standard. Okay. So my dear children, +1 is the continuation of your 9th standard textbook. So motion, laws, Newton's laws, everything will come again in this. So those who have 9th standard textbook, it is better you go through it. When you come before my next class, just go through that first chapter, motion, before you come to my class. Okay, because we are going to continue with that topic. So gravitational force. So what is gravitational force? It is the force that exists, which is of mutual attraction between any two objects. Okay, it is a mutual attraction between any two objects by virtue of their masses. By virtue of their masses. That means depending upon the mass. Depending upon the mass, the type of attractive force which we experience. Hello? Someone is talking? Someone have anything to ask me? Shall I come back to? Yeah, anyone has any doubt so far? Any new student which I don't know in this class? Who is that? This all my Punya. Punya. Okay, Punya. Okay. All others my students only. Okay. So far, any doubt? Anna, Donna, Evelyn, we just started only. So what is gravitational force? Simply you can say gravitational force is the attraction force between any two objects. Any two objects depending upon the masses. Okay. Everyone agreed to that. We all are attracted towards the center of the earth. Okay. You remember, no, I did not teach you in 9th standard. There's a universal law of gravitation. I think Steffi can say a little better. Steffi? Because huh? Anything you remember? Steffi and Donna. Because these are the people who came for tuition that time in 9th standard. There I was going on teaching you law of gravitation. Any idea, Steffi, anything you remember in 9th standard?
Of gravitational force?
Yes.
It is the attraction of two objects.
Okay. Okay, Steffi, I just ask you one question. Do myself and the table, that means each one of you around your objects, is there any attraction between the objects and you?
No, I guess. No.
No. Then gravitational force is not true at all. Correct? Steffi?
No, and there's attraction.
No attraction. Okay. Meenakshi, Bijoy, do you think you and the surrounding objects have any attraction?
No, ma'am.
No at all. Michael? Huh? Yes or no? Same question, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. There's an attraction. Okay. Then why don't we feel it? Michael, any idea? Why don't we feel that attraction? As per in front of me, there is table. There is a book. But still, you say there's an attraction. Why don't you think you are not feeling it, but correct? The attraction between you and earth is feeling it. How? Because you are able to stand on the earth. You can run, you can walk, you can do any activity you believe. Why don't they all? I think Michael is one person. I think about others also, majority answer is no, I think. Atul, what is your idea about it?
There is attraction, but we don't feel it, I guess.
Why? Why don't we feel it?
I don't know.
Don't know. Okay, anyone? Anyone? Punya? I think Malavika Radhakrishnan is another new student, I think. Is that?
The attractive forces are very
Attractive?
forces are very weak.
Very weak. Okay. Yeah, there is another one new boy, Aryan. Aryan, what is your idea? what Adulis said is correct. And universal law of gravitation is that, according to Newton's law of gravitation, every object in the universe attract each other, and which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Steffi, do you remember this? Yeah, okay. So every object in the universe attract each other, but we don't feel it. Aryan, what is your idea regarding that statement?
There is attraction, but that attraction is negligible.
Okay, that's correct. I understood. Anyone, why it is so? Why we don't feel it? Anyone have some different punya? Do you have any idea regarding that? No. Okay. This one Malavika, Radha Krishnan. Yeah, Malavika. What's your idea? Don't know. Yeah. No one knows. Achud. No idea. Are you sleeping or what, Achud? Okay. So I only have to say. Or Krishna Chandran. Whatever we say, Newton's law is this. You remember when I show you that that definition of gravitational force, last sentence, by virtue of their masses. That one sentence is given. By virtue of their masses. That means there is something related to the mass of the objects. So that means you are attracting the table, chair, mobile and the pen, paper around you. Whatever it is, you are attracting it. Similarly, they also attract you. That means table will attract you, chair will attract you, book will attract you, but you don't feel it. The reason is that the difference between your mass and object mass. Correct? So, if you talk about the book and you, whose mass is more? Yours or books? Evelyn, whose mass is more? Yours or book?
Ours mass.
Ours. So, your mass. So, your mass is more than the book. Correct? So, you are attracting the book is attracting you. But what is happening here? This is the reason I just show you according to, where is the box? This whiteboard. This whiteboard. One minute. Where is the one? I am taking easy board, just wait. Can you see the easy board, children? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I just try to make you to understand what is how this mass affect. Now this is our earth. Okay. We all are here. We all are here. And you all agree that earth attracts you. Correct. Earth attracts you. And here there is a table or here there is a tree and here near you maybe some another object. Yeah. So, why you don't feel it means earth mass is more than any objects in the universe. Okay. That is earth mass is more than you, more than table, more than any object. So, while you try to pull this object around you, just talk about A. A is an object near you. So there is an attraction force between you and that object. Similarly, that object and you. So every object in the universe attract each other. By the time you both of you attract each other, what is happening here? Here, Earth. Earth mass is more than any object. So you try to bring this table or chair close to you. By the time Earth is pulling you towards its center. At the same time, earth is pulling the table also towards the center. If there is a tree is around you, that earth is pulling that tree also towards the center. If there are your friends are near you, earth is simultaneously at the same time, earth is pulling every object in the universe towards its center because earth mass is more than any object. So this is the reason why don't we feel the attraction between you and any objects. Clear? Any doubt regarding? So, earth mass is more than any object. So, because of that, you don't feel the attractive force between you and the table and the chair and the book. Oh, it goes on like that. Okay. So, this is the reason. So, gravitational force is the mutual attraction between any two objects according to the mass. So mass has a importance in acting gravitational force. Okay. So any doubt regarding this concept, children? Anyone would like to explain again what I said? If you have doubt, tell me. Okay. So gravitational force is the mutual attraction between any two objects depending upon their masses. Okay. So earth has more mass than any object in the universe. So when other objects try to come closer, earth is pulling everyone close to it. Earth is pulling everyone close to it. That's what we don't feel. So that is the first fundamental force in nature. And what is the character? It is not only the character, there are some features. Gravitational force has some feature. The first characteristics is it is the weakest force in nature. Yeah? As I told you, in the small classes you studied gravitational force something big. No. It is the weakest force in nature. So you can just write it as a point wise. Number one, weakest force in nature. So this is the first feature of gravitational force. Weakest force in nature. Second one, long range force. It is a long range force. It is the long range force. So first point is that first point is the weakest force in nature. So it's the features of gravitational force. Second point is long range force. So what do you mean by long range force? Gravitational force can act at long distances. So earth is very much far away, earth center, but still we experience. Even aeroplane is far away from the surface of the earth, but still it can land on the surface of the earth because it is a long range force. Third point, it spreads. It spreads over large area. It spreads over large area and long distance. That means, you know, the universe is such vast, but earth is trying to pull everything towards its center. Towards its center. So that means a large area, gravitational force acts simultaneously. That's the meaning of that. And fourth point, attractive in nature. Attractive in nature. Attractive in nature. And fifth point is depends upon the mass of the objects. Depends upon the mass of the objects. So this is the gravitational force. Okay? I hope everyone got all the 5 points. Okay. So there are 5 points. You have to study for the half-year exam, these 5 points. Because there are 4 fundamental forces. I can ask you the features of gravitational force. And I can also ask you the difference between gravitational force and other force. So all these type of questions can come under that. Clear? So we are now moving on to the second type of force. ഇതെങ്ങനെ ഷെയർ So next you can write it electromagnetic force. Second type. Yeah. Yes. Okay, children. So electromagnetic force, the second one, that is, it is the force between charged particles. Electromagnetic force is the force between charged particles. So if I look at this first slide here, if you show this first slide, look at this electromagnetism. It's a mixture of, it's a combination of electricity and magnetism. That's why electromagnetism. It is between the charged particles, mean between positive and negative, between any 2 positives or between any negatives. Okay. So that is known as electromagnetic force. It is the force between charged particles. And you will be studying in higher classes, +2. What do you mean by Coulomb's law? Okay. If charges are in a state of rest, it is given by Coulomb's law, whereas when they are in motion. Okay. So this and all you will be studying in your +2 session. So this part we are going to study detail. Okay. So go to the last point. They act over a large distance as seen in the case of gravitational forces. So we are now moving on to the features of this electromagnetic force. Features of the electromagnetic force. Yeah. Stella. I want to share it. I want to complete this. Screen 1. Easy board. Easy board. Yeah. So now features of electromagnetic forces. So after learning this, we'll wind up this section. So the first point, I told you gravitational force is the strongest force. So first point is, it is 10 to power of 36 times greater than gravitational force. So this is the first feature of electromagnetic force. That is 10 to the power of 36 times. So just imagine how powerful this electromagnetic force than gravitational force. It is 10 to the power of 36 times greater than gravitational force. That is lightning. You remember the lightning. Lightning is a application of electromagnetic force. Next is same feature like gravitational force, long range force. Even you remember, if you keep a magnet, so it is a combination of electricity and magnetism. You already learned in 10th standard, magnetic effect of electric current. You remember that? I hope so. That is, whenever current flows through a magnet, it behaves like a electromagnet. That's why the word electromagnetism. So it is a long range force. Long range force. Third point you can write, same thing. Spreads over large distance. You remember the magnet. When you keep a strong magnet, like generator, motor, all these things. Clear? All these things. You remember. So spreads over large distance. And one more different point is they are attractive or repulsive in nature. In nature. Depending upon type of charges. Correct? You already know like charges repel and like charges attract. So attractive or repulsive in nature depending upon type of charges. Clear? Yeah? Last point, does not require a medium, either solid or liquid, gas. It doesn't matter. Electromagnetism can happen even in the space. Does not require a medium. Okay, children. So we are coming to the end of this today's session. Okay, all of you. So we are winding up the session. So does not require a medium means light is an electromagnetic wave. You will be studying in +2, that one. So this continuation is +2. Electromagnetic waves does not require medium. It can happen solid, liquid, gas also, but it's not necessary. It does not necessary even in space. If there is nothing is in the space, it can happen. So that is the meaning, does not require a medium. Okay, children? So thank you very much. Go through that 9th standard book and come and study also. Thank you.